Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to another competitive guide video where today we're covering Garganacl. I think that's how you say it, that's what I'm going to go with anyways. But yeah, this mon is actually really cool and has lots and lots of different uses. One of the really cool rock types that actually has been really popular in the new games in general. So what we'll do first is we'll go through the useful moves, then the terror types, then we'll go through each of the individual sets that I've come up with. So in terms of the useful moves, we have got Avalanche. Now this thing is quite slow, so Avalanche can be pulled off quite easily because realistically you're going to go last anyways. Body Press, you've got a huge defense stat, so that works really well. Body Slam, the chance to paralyze, really useful. Brick Break, powerful fighter type attack, can get rid of any screens. Curse, increase attack and defense and lower down your speed, works really well if you're doing like a doubles Trick Room scenario. Earthquake, powerful ground type attack. Explosion, because of what it is, it literally will just take out so many mons. Fire Punch, because of powerful fire type attack and allows you for a bit more coverage on things like steel types and grass types, which you are weak to. Hammer Arm, which lowers down your speed but also is very powerful. Ice Punch, good coverage. Iron Defense, increase up your defense stat, and it's base 130. Obviously, that means that any physical mon is going to really struggle to get past you. Iron Head, powerful steel type attack. You have got Recover to get a little bit of health back, which is really handy on this mon. Rock Polish to double your speed. You know, your speed is pretty low, so Rock Polish, the chances of using it are very slim, but you know, it's still there. Salt Cure, which is a specific move to Garganacl and actually has a really good secondary effect in the fact that it can hit extra damage for different Pokemon. We'll talk about that when we talk about one of the sets. And then we've got Stealth Rocks. We've also got a few more other moves that do work, but Stealth Rock is always on here as well. Really good hazard setting move. In terms of doubles, we've got Bulldoze, lowering down the speed of your ally and your opponents. It can bring down to a much more level playing field, but also you can protect and lower down the opponent's speed, so that can be beneficial. Protect, which allows you to obviously not take damage from a move for that turn. Helping Hand to help your ally, and Rock Slide because it hits both Pokemon. This thing is really good in the Trick Room team, so definitely that's what I'd recommend. Sorry if I keep on sniffing during this, I have got a bit of a cold coming in, but yeah. So in terms of Terror types, we have got, first of all, I've put the Fairy typing in here. Now it does mean that you still have your weakness to the Steel types, but it does mean you start resisting different things. So the Ground type is neutral, Water Grass is neutral, and Fighting type is resisted, and you also have a super effective move against a few different types if you go for that as a Terra Blast move. So obviously there is the opportunity to use that there. Grass type is probably the best typing, or one of the best typing here, because it gets rid of a lot of your weaknesses, and also if you use the Terra Blast, it hits super effectively on the ground typing and the water typing, and then resists the ground typing, steel typing, and also the grass typing and the water typing itself. So obviously this thing is really beneficial. I think grass typing is a really solid use for Garganacl. Then we've got Flying. I thought Flying also works quite well because it allows you to take neutral damage on most of the other things you would take super effective damage on. You have then got the ground type immunity, and also if you use the Terra Blast, you've got the super effective attack against grass types and fighter types as well. So Grass and Flying are probably the better ones, but Fairy one is a good alternative to use as well. Right, so let's move on to the sets. So we have got the first Garganacl here, which has got a Salak Berry on it. Now this set I have run so many times, not on Garganacl, but just in general with Pokemon as a lead explosion Pokemon. Realistically, if you could get Crustab Berry, which will probably come out sometime in the future, you will probably use that over this because it is just a far better situation with speed. But the Salak Berry is a secondary alternative. It gives you a +1 in speed. Hopefully you'll be able to outspeed something after that point. But you know, Crustab Berry is where this is going to be really beneficial. Move-wise, you've got Stealth Rock. So Stealth Rock allows you to be able to obviously set up hazards for the opposing Pokemon, and if they come in, they are going to take damage regardless of what they are, unless they're holding heavy-duty boots, which, you know, not many Pokemon will have to hold them to come in, but obviously damage on things like Charizard and Masquerain and any like Flying, Ice, Bug, Fire types, they're going to take a lot of damage. So Stealth Rock's really helpful. Recover allows you to get a little bit of health back. if you need it, if you've been taking damage. You've got Earthquake, which is a powerful ground type attack. It allows you to hit a lot of different Pokemon, and also Explosion. The idea here is that you get Salad Berry and you get Explosion, or you don't get the Salad Berry and you'll be able to get Explode. You'll be able to explode anyways. Ability wise, put Sturdy here because that allows you to, if you get one hit KO, it allows you to be able to activate that Salad Berry and hopefully outspeed the other Pokemon in the next kind of phase and Explosion. But obviously doesn't necessarily work. When the Gust Berry's out, this set becomes much more viable. So EV wise, max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense or defense or wherever you want to chuck them. It's up to you where you decide to go with that. Moving on to the second Garganacl set, we have got the Iron Defense Body Press set. Now, Iron Defense Recover Body Press is a really fantastic combination because if you get rid of the special Pokemon, you can actually just run this fully defensively. If not, you can run this as a tank, and that's what I'm suggesting you kind of run it as with this set. So Iron Defense allows you to double your defense from 296 basically to just under 600. I think it's 592. Recover allows you to heal yourself up, and obviously your natural investment into your special defense means that you can live a few different hits. Once you set up an Iron Defense, maybe 2, possibly even 3, you can then use Body Press. Body Press will go on your defense as opposed to your attack stat. Obviously, if you have got up to ×4, so if you've used Iron Defense 3 times, then you will have basically a 1200 power Body Press, which not many Pokemon are going to be able to survive that. Then I've put Salt Cure on here. Now, Salt Cure does have the effect that it does take a little bit of health every single turn, so an 1/8 of max HP every turn, but on Steel types and Water types, it does a quarter. So realistically, 4 turns, it is gone. Now, Salt Cure is not the most powerful attack, but the secondary effect is what we are looking at here. Also, just causes that lingering effect and causes a lot of Pokemon to really struggle. EV wise, we've got max HP, max special defense, careful nature, more special defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack here, or 4 EVs in defense if you want to. Or you could even run it as max HP, max defense with a impish nature, so more defense, less special attack. You have to think for that for a second. But yeah, you can run the max HP, max defense, or max HP, max special defense. It's up to you how you decide to run it based on what your personal style is. If you're wanting to be more tanky, then go for the special defense. If you're wanting just to go for the all-out massive destruction of Body Press, then you go for the defensive version. Moving on to the third Garganacl, we have got a Choice Band set. This thing has pretty good attack at base 100, and realistically a Choice Band is able to kind of tear things up. So ability-wise, we've got Clear Body. This is so Intimidate users can't come in and cause us problem, because obviously the second that we get... sorry, lost my train of thought. The second that we get an Intimidate user come in, bringing our attack down, obviously that's going to be a problem, but Clear Body just completely prevents that. You could also run Purifying Salt, so it can't be status, so it can't be burned. That is also another alternative if you decide to go for that. Move-wise, I've gone for Stone Edge, powerful rock-type attack boosted by Stab, Earthquake for good coverage, Hammer Arm for powerful fighting-type attack, and then Thunder Punch just for a little bit more coverage. It's things like the water types, which may be problematic for you. You could even run things like Ice Punch, but it's entirely up to you how you decide to kind of go around that. In terms of EVs, max HP, max attack, you go for a Brave Nature here, so more attack, less speed, and 4 EVs in special defense. Works really, really well in a Trick Room scenario. If you're not going for a Trick Room scenario, you definitely go for the Adamant Nature instead. There's nothing stopping you, but I think that if you run this in a Trick Room, that's going to work really, really nicely for you. Moving on to the next Garganacl, again, I have got a Salad Berry rock polish set this time, so it's taking more advantage of raising up the speed as much as possible. This is definitely a gimmick set, so, you know, do take it with a pinch of salt, which, you know, is quite an ironic statement, but yeah. With this, the idea would be that you take a lot of damage, you get down towards sturdy or down low as possible, and your Salad Berry activates, giving you a +1 in your speed, and at that same time you should have used Rock Polish. That'll give you a +3 in speed total, making you 2.5 times your speed, which will kind of give you around 400-ish, which actually outspeeds the vast majority of Pokemon. You then have Rock Slide, which allows you to hit for stab damage, and obviously has the opportunity to flinch the Pokemon, so you can definitely use that to your advantage as well. 30% chance to flinch. Obviously, if you have like a paralysis going for another Pokemon, then that can work really well. Also, recover to get you some health back, because you probably are going to be low on health, and if you can recover, that's going to be really handy. And then Zen Headbutt, just for a bit more coverage. Again, opportunity to flinch is really, really awesome there. EV-wise, max attack, max speed, jolly nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. As I say, this thing is complete gimmick. This thing is something that you would use against an opponent in a fun match and catch them off guard and just, you know, get up really fast and just start breaking things with your speed and your attack. So yeah, that's kind of the idea here. I don't know if it'll work, but I thought it's a fun idea and you can give it a go if you like. Moving on to the final set, we have got a double set. So on here I have put the leftovers, so you can get a little bit of passive recovery each turn, but you can definitely run things like a Chople Berry or Shucker Berry or things like that to reduce down damage from super effective moves. You could run a large variety of items on here as well. But what I would suggest is Rock Slide. I'd suggest this in a Trick Room team regardless. I think Trick Room is going to be the best situation for it. But you can run Bulldoze, allowing you to slow down the opposing Pokemon, which could be really beneficial for your team just in general. You've got Rock Slide for the opportunity to flinch if you go for the Trick Room scenario. You've got Helping Hand to obviously increase the power output of your ally. And then you've got Recover, which allows you to be able to heal yourself back up when you take damage. So, you know, Garganacl in doubles is a really, really fantastic Pokemon. Definitely think it is possibly underrated, but actually I think it's used quite a bit. So, you know, yeah, this thing is just fantastic. Lots and lots of really good sets, but I'm going to finish it off here. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.